Hopefully you finished your Delta Math from the other night. You guys gotta start doing that, right? On time. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna talk about properties of logs today. So the last assignment, we were talking about switching them back and forth. So if I give you log base 3 of 7 equals x, okay? So remember, this is the base, so we go 3 to the x power equals 7, right? Okay, so make sure you guys can do that. Now, so when you solve a log, okay, so when you solve a log, here's the deal, okay? You can only have one log on each side. So you can only have one log, that's a 1, on each side. So what we're going to talk about today is how to write a single log and how to expand a log. So here's the deal, super, super, super important. And I don't know of any time that will ask you to do this. The only time they'll ask you to do something that's not this is if you can actually solve each log. And we'll talk about that on Friday. Okay, guys, they must have the same base. Okay, so they got to have the same base. That's that little number down here, right? Okay, so you're not going to get something that says log base 5 and then a log base 7. It's not going to happen, okay? So they got to be the exact same base. So that's super, super important. All right, so we got a couple of rules. You got to make sure you understand these. So the first thing is if I give you, so it's going to be write as a single log, right? As a single log, okay? They also might say condense the log. Okay, usually it's right as a single log, and that's how I was taught, you know, so right as a single log, that means you can only have the word log in your problem one time. So if I give you something like this, so I give you log base 5 of x plus log base 5 of y. Okay, now I know there's a plus sign there, but you're not actually going to add the x and the y. Okay, so what you're going to do, the first thing you're going to do is make sure that those are the same base, which they are. Okay, so you're going to rewrite that. So log base 5, remember that's a little baby 5. Now, plus means multiply. Okay, so plus means multiply. That means you're going to take these two things and you're going to multiply them together. So we're going to take x times y, and it's just going to be xy. Okay, that's it. All right, so if I give you one with numbers, so let's go log base 2 of 6 plus log base 2 of 5. Okay, they're the same base, right? So we're going to just go log base 2, and then we're going to multiply these. 6 times 5, and that's going to give me 30. Okay, so we're doing 6 times 5. Okay, so that's how I got 30. And for right now, that's pretty much it. All right, so just give you one more try. And remember, guys, they got to have the same base. So now that's what I'm going to do without a base. Okay, so I'm going to give you log base 3 plus log 3 plus log x. Now, hopefully you remember what the base is on there. Do you remember? Okay, hopefully you said either out loud or in your head that it's 10. Okay, so I don't even need to write the 10 there. If you do, that's fine, but just know it's kind of like writing the 1 in front of the x. You don't need it. Okay, it's understood that it's there. All right, so log 3 plus log x, we're going to write it as a single log. It's a plus sign, so guys, all it's going to be is log 3x. Got it? Okay. All right, so plus means multiply. All right, so now, if I give you this one, log base 3 of x minus log base 3 of y. Okay, so if plus means multiply, minus is going to mean divide. Okay, so minus equals divide. So add is multiply, subtract is divide. Okay, now here's the catch. The first one goes on top. Okay, so they're the same base, so we're gonna rewrite the base. And then the first one goes on top of the second one, so it's just x over y. That's all. Okay, so if I give you one with numbers, so log base 2 of 15 minus log base 2 of 3. Okay, so they're the same base, so we write log base 2. And then we do 15 over 3. Now, these are numbers, And I can simplify numbers, so you're going to have to simplify them. So the correct answer would actually be whatever 15 divided by 3 is, which hopefully you know that's 5. So your answer would be log base 2 of 5. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, so let's try ones that are a tad bit more complicated. All right, so I'm going to give you ones like this. So log base 3 of x plus log base 3 of y minus log base 3 of z. Okay, so now I got more than 2 terms. So I got 3 terms in this one. Okay, so what you're always going to do is you're going to start with these two. Start with the first two. Or if there's parentheses, which I'm going to show you one with parentheses, you'd start there. So we're going to start with these two and we're going to bind them together. Some of you guys are going to get good at this and you're going to be able to just do it all at once. Okay, so log base 3 of x plus log base 3 of y, it's plus, so it means we multiply. Then that's minus log base 3 of z, right? Okay, so now log base 3, all we're going to do, minus means divide, right? So we're going to take these and we're going to divide it by the last one. So log base 3 of xy over z. Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. Now let's try this one. Log base 3 of x minus log base 3 of y plus log base 3 of z. Okay, so I'm kind of just moving around a little bit to make sure you guys understand what's going on. So you have to be super careful, okay? Again, these two start, right? So log base 3, it's minus, so we're going to divide, right? Then plus log base 3 of z. Okay, side note, if I give you 2/3 times 4, right? Okay, remember we put this over 1 and we multiply across the top and across the bottom, right? So where does this 4 end up? The 4 ends up on the top with the 2, right? So this would just be 8 over 3. Okay, so the same idea is if you've got a fraction and you multiply it by a whole number, which is just technically a whole number, it goes on top. So the answer to this would be log base 3 of xz over y. Okay, so let's try another one like that real quick. All right, so we're going to go over here. So I give you log base 4/2 minus log base 4 of x plus log base 4 of, let's just do y. Okay, so pause it, give it a shot. Remember, do the first two and then do this one. All right, so when you're done, unpause it. All right, so we could do these two first, right? All the bases are the same. So we got log base 4 of 2 over x, right? And then if you want to write it out like this, that's fine. I usually don't. Okay, so now we got to do these two, right? Remember, this is technically over 1, so the y is going to go on top of 2. So we should have log base 4 of 2y over x. Got it? Okay, so now I'm going to change this up slightly. Okay, so log base 3 of x minus parentheses log base 3 of y plus log base 3 of z. Okay, so now I'm going to move this over a little bit. Okay, so this problem right here. All right, so this problem right here looks pretty freaking similar to the one we just did over here, right? Okay, the big difference is everything's in the same order. So we got log base 3 of x, then we got minus, then log base 3 of y plus log base 3 of z. The difference is I put this in parentheses. Okay, so now remember, order of operations says you always do your parentheses first, correct? Okay, so we're going to do this first. So it's log base 3 of x minus, now this is plus, so that means we're going to multiply log base 3 of y z. Okay, so we're going to do the parentheses first. Remember, parentheses first. Okay, now we're going to divide it. So it becomes log base 3 of x over yz. Okay, so if it's got parentheses, do the parentheses first. Okay, so get rid of that and then you can do whatever you need to do. All right, now, in the last rule is there's an exponent. So if I give you this, 3 log base 2 of x. Okay, so when you write a single log, guys, you can't really have numbers in front. Okay, so what this really says is log base 2 of x 3 times. It always confuses people when I explain what it really is. So since we're not in class, I'm just going to do it. All right, so just do it. All right, whenever you have a front number, guys, they're going to come and they're going to go up to exponents. Okay, so if I want to write this, if I have this in a problem, guys, you're going to take the front number and you're going to put it up to the exponent. So the answer is going to be log base 2 of x to the third. Pretty simple. Okay, now if I give you this, let's go 4 log. I'm not even going to put a base there. Now I'm going to give you 2x. Now this 2 and this x is together, right? Okay, so when I take this and I move it up, this has to stay together. I don't know if I'm going to give you guys any problems like this, but just be aware of this. This has to stay together. So this would be log of 2x in parentheses to the fourth. Okay? And then what you would do is you'd actually simplify this. So remember, we distribute that. So we've got 2 to the fourth, which is 16, and then x to the fourth. So this would be log 16x to the fourth. Okay, so if it's 2 terms here, guys, which technically this is, you got to put them together. Okay, so front numbers go up to exponents. Got it? All right, now we're going to go, actually, let's do this first. Okay, so 2 log base, we're going to combine it together. 2 log of x plus 3 log of y. Okay, so you got front numbers and you got plus signs, right? Guys, move the front numbers first. So move front numbers first. Remember, they go up to the exponent. So up to the exponent. So this becomes log x squared plus log y cubed. Now deal with the plus sign, so it'd be log x squared y to the third. Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, so just be aware of that. So front numbers, you're going to take them up to the top. Let's just do one more real quick. Let's see, I got another one. 4 log x minus, let's do this. Log y plus 2 log z. Okay, so pause it, give it a shot if you want. Some of you, I don't know why I'm saying this, some of you aren't even watching the videos, but that's all right. All right, any front numbers, move them up to that. Front number, right? So we got log x to the fourth minus log y plus log z squared, right? Parentheses first. So log x to the fourth minus log yz squared. Okay, the minus means divide, so you should have log x to the fourth over yz squared. Yes, no, maybe? Okay. All right, now let's do the other way. Now we're going to expand the log. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is instead of giving you this and you giving me this answer, guys, we're going to go the other way. So I'm going to give you this and your answer is going to be that. Okay, so if I expand the log, so let's do log of 4x, right? So this is really 4 times x, right? So 4 times x multiplies add. So this is going to be log 4 plus log x. Plain and simple. Okay, so if I give you log y over x, right? Okay, so we want to separate. You got 2 terms here, which means I need 2 logs. So just like here, you have 2 terms. Guys, I need 2 logs. So I got 2 terms here. I'm going to need 2 logs. Okay, divide means subtract. Okay, so we're going to go log. First one, top one goes on first. Y minus log x. All right, now if there's exponents, so let's say it was log x squared y. Okay, so we got 2 terms, right? X and y, so we need 2 logs. I would separate them first for most of you. Some of you guys are going to be able to do this. So log x, so multiply means add, so plus log y. And then you got to take the exponent, guys, and drop it back down. So your answer would actually be 2 log x plus log y. Okay. Let's do this. Log base 3 of x to the third, y to the fourth divided by z. All right, so I got 3 different terms. So I got x, y, z. So that means you're going to have 3 different logs, okay? So think about what's going on here. Now, here's a thing. If there's more than one, okay, on the bottom, put it in parentheses. Okay. Now, if there's more than one on the top, you can actually put it in parentheses. Also, I'll show you that, but it's especially important if it's on the bottom. Okay, so that's that same thing we were just talking about, is the difference between this one and this one. Okay, so this one gave me 2 on the bottom. That's why it was on parentheses. This one's only 1 on the bottom. That's why I didn't need the parentheses. Okay, so there's only 1 on the bottom, so I don't need parentheses. Okay, so I got 3 things, right? So I got log base 3 of x to the third. Now I added, or I multiplied, so plus log base 3 of y to the fourth, and then I subtract this, right? So minus log base 3 of z. Then drop your exponents forward. So you have 3 log base 3 of x plus 4 log base 3 of y minus log base 3 of z. Okay, so if you wanted to, since there's more than 1 on the top, you can actually put this in parentheses like that, and that's fine. It's going to give you the same answer. Okay, so let's try another one. All right, so if I give you log, we're not going to do a log there, so log of x to the third over y to the fifth, z to the second. Okay, so base 10, I'm not going to put a base there, so you can just write log. Now, I got more than 1 down here, so this has to go in parentheses, guys. Okay, okay, super important, make sure it goes in parentheses. So you got log, log, and log. If you want to do it this way, that's fine. Okay, I know these 2 have to go in parentheses, right? So this is log x to the third. Now it's divided by, so minus these 2 over here, right? This would be y to the fifth. Now these 2 are being multiplied, so z squared. Okay, and then drop all your exponents down. So 3 log x minus parentheses 5 log y plus 2 log z. Yes, no, maybe so. All right, let's try another one like this just real quick. So if I give you log y squared over x z. All right, give that one a shot. Okay, again, pause it if you need to. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, so I should have 3 word logs in here. There's more than 1 down here, so this has to go in parentheses. So I'm going to start with the top. So I'm going to go log y squared. Okay, now there's the division bar, so I'm going to minus, and again, I need parentheses. This would be log x, and it's multiplication, so plus log z. I have 1 exponent dropped down, so 2 log y minus parentheses log x plus log z. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is if there's a root in there. Okay, so we did exponential roots before we left. So gosh, it was a month ago. Can't believe it's been 4 weeks. Anyway, so if I give you this, and I ask you to write it as an exponent, remember it's power over root. So this would be actually x to the power over root 4/3 power, right? Okay, so there's a problem. So we got log z to the fifth. And then I got the cube root of y to the fourth over x. Okay, so there's only one on the bottom, so I don't need parentheses. I got 1, 2, 3 things, right? So we got log z to the 5th, okay, plus log y power over root to the 4/3, and then I'm going to subtract log x, right? And then any parentheses get dropped, so you should have 5 log z, drop it to the front, plus 4/3 log y minus log x. All right, yes, no, maybe. Okay, let's go take a look at the delta math problems. See if I can get out of this. There we go. Okay, so delta math problems, here we go. All right, so you got, it says condense the log. Condense, remember, means as a single log. So you got 2 log b minus log k. Okay, so now what I want you to notice is in the answer, right there, it already says log, so don't write log. You're just going to write whatever is going to be in there. Okay, so basically what you would just write is, okay, so you just write, oh, I just pointed and you can't see it. No, it doesn't want to do it. There we go. So you just write just this XY part if that was the answer, okay? So let's go. So here we go, right? So exponents up top. So log b squared minus log k. Minus means divide. So I got log b squared over k, right? Okay, so let's go back. So all you're going to do in the box is you're just going to do b squared over k. Okay, so you're going to do b, whoops. Uh-oh. We might have to do another one. Okay, so we got to do another one. All right, so let's see. So we got x log b plus 7 log g. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, so again, exponents to the top. So we got log b to the x plus log g to the 7th. Now plus means multiply, so we got log b to the x, g to the 7th. This is the part you're putting in the answer because you already got the log part. So right here, okay, you're just going to go b to the x. So b raised to the x power. Make sure you get out of there, and then you're just going to go g. Now, by the way, the caret that's above the 6, oh, I don't want to submit that yet. Okay, the caret, the little caret thing, it's above the 6, so you hit shift in the 6. Some of you guys use it when you're texting me. Okay, you can actually hit that button. Okay, oh, we don't want 6 though, we want 7. So b to the x, g to the 7th, submit my answer. Submit my answer. My battery is running low. Submit your answer. Yes. All right, we got it right. Okay, so back. Now I want to do it with numbers. Okay, so we got 3 log b to the 5th minus log b to the, or log b of 5. Okay, exponents up top, so you want numbers. So log base b of 5 to the 3rd minus log base b of 5. Okay, so it becomes log base b of 5 to the 3rd over 5. Guys, you're going to have to do the math on this. Okay, 5 to the 3rd is 125 divided by 5. Okay, so 5 goes into 12 twice, carry the 2, that's 25. Guys, that's log base b of 25. So 25 should just be your answer. Okay, so let's put it in. 25. It's already got the log base b there, so just put the number and submit my answer. Yes, we got it right. Okay, awesome. Now let's do the expanding ones. Okay. So log x to the 3rd, y to the 5th. Okay, so we're going to expand this, right? Okay, so we just got done this. There's a multiply, so it means plus. So we got log x to the 3rd plus log y to the 5th. Now you'll notice these don't have bases on them, so lucky you. All right, then drop your exponents forward, right? So 3 log x plus 5 log y. Okay, so let's go back. Now, make sure you're paying attention. Okay, so I need my keyboard on this, or you can actually just type the word log. Okay, but what you're gonna do is down here where it says, whoops, functions, you're gonna click on that, okay? And then you're gonna see the log pop up, okay? Or you can just literally type the word log, guys. So I'll do it both ways. So I need 3, right? So 3 log, okay? And then inside the parentheses is where the X is gonna go. Now close the parentheses, okay? And then it's plus 5. Now I'm actually just gonna type the word log out, and you see it comes up, and then y. Okay, so drop the 3, drop the 5, add them, submit my answer, and my answer is right. Okay, let's do one of these level 2 ones. All right, let's do, I want one that's got 2 on the bottom so you can see. There we go. Actually, nope. There, that's what I want. Okay, because it's got everything I need. So log x squared divided by the square root of z to the 5th y. Okay, so a lot going on here, guys. I got 2 terms in the bottom, so I'm going to need to use parentheses. Okay, and I got a root. Okay, so I got log x squared, right? Minus, this has to go in parentheses. Okay, then I get log square root of z to the 5th y, right? Okay, so now I'm going to break this apart. So I got log, okay, I'm going to drop that down too while I'm there. All right, minus, I'm going to split these. So log square root of z to the 5th plus log y. Now, remember, power over root. So this is really z to the 5/2 power. Okay. And now we're just going to drop it down. Oh, I didn't use that piece of paper. Oh, well. Okay, so we got 2 log x minus parentheses. Drop the 5/2 down. So 5 over 2 log z plus log y. Okay. Guys, you have to put the parentheses in. Okay, so let's come back here. So we want 2 log x minus parentheses. Now we want 5 divided by 2. Okay, remember you can use the calculator in here. So arrow over, get it back up. Now I need log z. And then you need plus log y. Okay, I have to have the parentheses. If you don't have the parentheses in this one, guys, it's going to get marked wrong. Remember, 2 or more on the bottom, you got to have parentheses. Okay, submit my answer. Let's see, that looks like what I got. Yes, you got it right. Okay, let's do one more of these. Okay. Okay, now let's do this one with 2 on top. So log x to the 4th z over y squared, last one. Then I'll leave you guys alone. Now there's 2 up here, so I can use the parentheses or I don't have to. It'll mark it right in Delta Math both ways, so just be aware of that. Okay, so I got log x to the 4th. Now this would be plus log z. Okay, I can put this in the parentheses, but I don't need to because there's 2 on the top. Remember, you only need parentheses or 2 or more on the bottom. Then minus log y squared, right? Drop your exponent, so 4 log x plus log z. Drop your exponent, minus 2 log y. Okay, so let's go back. So we got 4 log x plus log z minus, and I'm going to use the keyboard so you can see it. Again, remember, go to functions, then log. Okay, hit it too many times. Now I want a y here, but you want a 2, so you guys can actually just put the cursor right there. So I got 2 log y. So 4 log x plus log z minus 2 log y. Submit your answer. Do I want it? Yes. There you go. Bam. All right, hopefully this made sense. You got 2 parts of Delta Math to do by Thursday night. So make sure you guys do it. All right, peace out, guys. Let me know if you need some help.